its impact on political life. So, the Quran says very clearly that there is no authority except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Slide number 17. It says that hukum, sovereignty, is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this means that number one, Allah alone is sovereign. No president, no prime minister, no king has any authority. Unfortunately, in our country, our prime minister and president are supposed to be immune. They are supposed to be not questionable because they are above human beings, and we call ourselves still Islamic State. Secondly, integration of religious and so-called secular. When Allah authority exists everywhere, then it cannot be said Allah authority is in masjid but not in parliament, not in high court and supreme court, not on campus, not in classroom, not in laboratory. In lab I do whatever I want. In media house I produce whatever I like. Obscene or no obscene makes no difference. Allah is not sovereign there. No, sovereignty means not only political sovereignty, but Allah is sovereign everywhere. And therefore, it also means that human beings are subservient to the sovereign. Human beings are only agents to implement what sovereign wants. And that means human beings have an obligation to realize total deen, not partial deen, not just by way of only prayers and khutbah of Jummah, but by way of helping the needy, removing the evil, educating the persons, and using all your capacities to propagate what is right and stop from what is wrong. Next please. It also means that human beings have been given a commission, a responsibility, and that is, as Khalifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they implement what the real ruler or sovereign wants. Khalifa is not sovereign himself, but he is nominee, representative of sovereign. He is like a deputy vice chancellor, a deputy dean. Whatever dean wants, whatever vice chancellor wants, a deputy does. So human beings as deputy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or Khalifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have an obligation to observe what Allah wants from them. Realization of Tawheed also as a political order or Islamic state. So the Quran says they are those who, if we establish them in the land, establish regular prayer and give regular zakah and enjoin the right and forbid wrong, with Allah rests the end of affairs. Which means that if Allah has given authority to any people, if you are made a teacher in a classroom for 50 minutes, then for 50 minutes you are Khalifa of Allah in that classroom with a responsibility. And during that 50 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours, whatever it is, everything done by you and under your presence is accountable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now that is the impact of Tawheed. Not just a matter of declaring Allah is one and not 3 or 4. Therefore, Tawheed has to be understood in its comprehensiveness, in its depth, in its implications. Next please. It also means that when we say Allah is one and only and transcendent, that no other rule, whether they are Robert's rules or French and British heritage of rules, can ever prevail. Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His deen, must supersede everything. Therefore, the Quran says, don't enter in Islam partially. Don't enter Islam like a Juma Muslim who becomes Muslim on Juma. On Yawmul Juma, he will take a shower, he will change his dress, nice dress, perfume, go to masjid, say, Allah, you are great. Allah, you are Allah. Allah, you deserve all praise. But when in the parliament, Uncle Sam, you are great. When in a law court, then me lord, you are great, you are my lord. The judge is my lord. If in stock market, then the Wall Street, you are my God, you tell me what is good and bad. Therefore, enter Islam in totality. Your economy should not be Wall Street based. Your law should not be based on British tradition of wig and certain dress, distinction of a judge. But enter Islam in totality. Everything to be done as Allah wants.